Good evening, everyone, and welcome to PRSA San Antonio's 18th Annual Del Oro Awards celebration. My name is Marin Minshew, and I am honored to be the president of the PRSA San Antonio chapter. Thank you all for joining us tonight for our first ever virtual Del Oro celebration to recognize the excellence in our field. Tonight we have awards to share with individual winners as well as for PR strategies and tactics. Feel free to engage with us on social. Tonight our hashtags are Del Oro 2020 and PRSA SA. You can also follow along on the conversation on any of our social platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So this year's celebration may not have been how we were planning, or our committee planned it for that matter, but we are public relations professionals and we are known for being flexible. When the COVID-19 pandemic began to change how we live and how we communicate, we began actively trying to come up with a program that gave you the recognition that you deserve, and so that we could adapt and celebrate all of your hard work from the last year. You'll see the results of our pivot throughout the evening. We also could not have made this celebration happen without the generosity of our platinum sponsor, CPS Energy. Thanks, CPS, for your commitment to ethical and effective public relations in our community. Tonight, to help us recognize our superstar PR pros, we have a sensational MC to keep this celebration moving. A familiar face to many, including past Del Oro attendees, Ernie Zuniga wakes us up bright and early every morning as the anchor and co-host of Fox News First. He previously spent 9 years as a sports reporter, and Ernie was born and raised in Victoria, Texas. He attended Texas A&M University and graduated with a degree in communications from the University of Houston, Victoria. Please join me in welcoming back Ernie Zuniga.
Hello,
Yay!
friends. Hello to all my PR friends. It's good to see your faces, and good to see you guys. I get the emails and I see you on social media, but it's a real treat to be with you here tonight. And thanks again for having me back in this crazy world that is 2020 here with these virtual events. So we're gonna have a great time tonight, honor some very talented people, and just spend the next hour or so together. So thank you, Marin. It's really great to be here. Now, this might be the first, or among the first, online ceremonies of their kind here in San Antonio. So leave it to our esteemed public relations professionals here in San Antonio to be trendsetters, Marin.
Wouldn't that be great if we actually were? I mean, I'm not going to call the Guinness Book of World Records or anything, but I'd really like to think that we're pretty quick on our feet with things like this. So before we get started with the awards, I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the commitment made by PRSA San Antonio to provide scholarships to students through the Maryland Potts Scholarship Fund. Since we haven't been able to meet in person, we haven't been able to generate a bunch of money for the scholarship fund this year. So we gave everybody the opportunity to donate when they registered. The fund was named in honor of our dear friend and colleague, Marilyn Potts, APR. She was a dedicated PRSA member for over 25 years, and we lost her way too soon due to a car accident. She served in several positions with PRSA, including the chapter president, and she was also an inspiring mentor for many young professionals in our community, some of which are here tonight. Since 2011, we have awarded more than $10,000 in scholarships to students. And tonight, we've already raised $90. Woo!
We'll take it. We'll take it.
Thank you, everybody, for your support.
Yes, yes. No, thank you very much. And every little bit helps here. And if you would like to make a donation, it's certainly not too late to do that to help future students, future PR professionals. You can do that by going online to prsanantonio.com and clicking the scholarship donation tab on the navigation bar. And we thank you in advance for any little bit you can do to help with that. So, all right, hopefully everybody's stretched out. You have your noisemakers, whatever the case may be. Make sure your drinks are full or topped off or refilled or fresh, whatever the case may be tonight. I'm going with Diet Pepsi on the rocks here because I got to behave while I'm with you guys here. But for those of you indulging in adult beverages, have a drink for me. I have to go to bed in a couple of hours anyway because I have to get up at a ridiculous time in the morning. But nonetheless, enjoy your beverages here, and we're going to have a really good time. We want to start the celebration tonight with recognizing winners in one of our individual categories. Our first honorees are quite busy managing the pandemic. As a matter of fact, they're going to be working here in another hour or so they aren't able to be with us here tonight. But I know, Maren, you and Fran Stevenson surprised both of them after their infamous 613 news briefings recently, and we're looking at that.
I sure did, and man, were they surprised. They were kind of like, what are you even doing here? They were also very gracious and very humble, giving all of the credit to their comms team, which is exactly why they deserve the Public Relations Champion Award.
For sure. So the Public Relations Champion Award is presented to an individual or individuals whose values embrace the importance of public relations in the workplace. These people understand and appreciate the tenets of public relations and those who work in the PR field. So this year, the award goes to two individuals who communicate daily in their professional lives, but as our community began to understand the broad-reaching implications of the pandemic, they embraced honest, open, and transparent communication in a way that set standards for other communities to follow. So their even tone and their care and concern for our citizens shine through in their evening broadcasts each and every night at 6:13 sharp without delay. They've embraced the principles of crisis management. These qualities have made it so much easier for communicators and organizations around town to follow suit. Their efforts have been extraordinary. So no doubt you know who we're talking about. So please join me in saluting the Honorable Ron Nirenberg, the Mayor of San Antonio, and the Honorable Nelson Wolf, Bexar County Judge, the 2020 Public Relations Champion Award winners. Congratulations, and watch this.
Woohoo!
Well, Judge, here we are doing another video for another virtual event.
Well, Mayor, I think we've mastered modern technology. We record a video, email it to the event organizer, and it's almost as good as actually being there.
You've got a point, Judge. It's a win-win. Now we can virtually be in two places at once.
We're proud to receive the 2020 Del Oro Award from the Public Relations Society of San Antonio for our televised COVID-19 updates.
We never expected to receive an award like this when we created what has been affectionately known as the 613 COVID update. We were using the tools we had to keep the public informed about the ongoing pandemic and the crisis that it's created in our community. But we certainly appreciate the recognition.
Receiving the Del Oro Award is a true honor. Public relations professionals play an important role that too often goes unrecognized in times of crisis. These skills make a significant difference.
Good communications can be the difference between creating chaos and smoothly helping the public understand an emergency. We respect the art of public relations.
We never have and never will claim to be masters of PR, but thank you for the Public Relations Society of San Antonio for the award and all you do.
Very cool. You don't see them smiling up at that table very often with all of those, some of the horrific things they have to talk about. So it's really nice to see that. And a really nice way to kick off the celebration tonight. So thank you to Mayor Nirenberg and Judge Wolf for being exemplary communicators in our community. Maren?
Yes, thank you very much, Mayor and Judge, and thank you for taking time out of your incredibly busy day to record yet another video for another virtual event. Can you believe, Ernie, we just gave out our very first virtual Del Oro Award? Woo! We did it!
Very cool. We've got one down, many more to go.
Yes, we do. Before we proceed any further, I want to clear up a little confusion that there may be about our categories. Nothing like some PR pros to give, you know, some confusion to everyone. Our individual award categories are called Del Oro or Gold. We also call the entire program the Del Oro Awards. In addition to several individual categories, there are the El Bronze Awards, which are bronze, which are for strategies and tactics. And then there's the La Plata, or silver, for the actual strategies. Excuse me, let me back up. I misspoke. El Bronze is for tactics that are part of strategies, and the La Plata are for the actual strategies themselves. See, even I get confused. While the names reflect our San Antonio heritage, they do model PRSA National for their gold, silver, and bronze Anvil Awards.
All right. So in years past, we would go through each category's winners, but this year obviously is different. So we're trying something new, had to adjust. So we surprised, as you can see here on the screen, we surprised our winners recently with mailed celebration boxes that included their plaques and certificates in advance. And we're going to acknowledge the winners differently. And if they won more than one award, then we're going to share all of them at once. But there you get an idea of what they got. So we hope you're ready with your noisemakers again. We want to give all of our winners here a shout, even if we can't be together physically in a room tonight. So to start things off, we're giving the first La Plata Award of Merit to the San Antonio Library's Caitlin Cowart in the category of Influencer Marketing for her entry titled National Library. So make some noise. Congratulations, Caitlin. Way to go. Very cool. Round of applause, round of applause. Okay, moving right along. Next up, UIW, UTSA Communications and Athletics teams won two La Plata Awards of Merit. One in the Events and Observances category for an entry titled UIW and UTSA Hometown Showdown River Rally, and another in the Community Relations Public Affairs category titled UIW Light the Way. So congratulations to UIW and UTSA. We support you guys as well. Very cool. Okay, our next winner is Cristina Giovanna Olivares of Cristina SBG LLC. She won an El Bronze Award of Excellence in the Social Media Engagement category for her entry titled Fiesta San Antonio 2019 Social Media and Influencer Program. And you can see that on the screen there. So congratulations to Christina, all over social media and getting it done even in a pandemic. So congratulations to Christina. Very cool. All right, our next awardee is Gretchen Roofs APR of Auxiliary Marketing Services. Her company won 2 awards. She received an El Bronze Award of Merit in Creative Tactics for the entry titled
FYI, the unboxing video didn't work.
Getting Ideas on the Table. She also won a La Plata Award of Excellence in the Community Relations Public Affairs category for the entry titled Bring It to the Community, a Non-Traditional Approach. So Gretchen, we salute you as well. A little round of applause. Make some noise. Very cool. Very, very nice. Okay. You can see our budget for my noisemaker is very high. You can see that. We spared no expense. We have 2 more awards to give, and they both are La Plata Awards of Merit. The first one goes to Brandy Gaskins of the American Payroll Association in the Events and Observances category for her entry titled National Payroll Week 2019. So way to go, Brandy. Also, the second award, you probably have seen a commercial or on social or on TV that goes to Via Metropolitan Transit in the Integrated Communications category for an entry titled Via Reimagined. So congratulations for both of those awards as well. We salute you on that. And I know, incidentally, a lot of you are using the chat feature, which is great. I'm sorry we didn't mention that earlier, but do not hesitate to send some love with your fingertips. Use the chat feature if you're not familiar with Zoom, which I highly doubt that's the case. But if you're not, the chat feature down below is great. And then last but not least, Marin, Noisy Trumpet, I think I saw Bob Wills on this call, won a La Plata Award of Merit in the Social Media Campaigns category for an entry titled Devil's River Conservancy. So congratulations to Bob and Noisy Trumpet and all of the awards.
So Ernie, originally this celebration, when we were going to have it in person, was also going to serve as our 65th anniversary party. So since the days of Mad Men, PR professionals in South Texas have been perfecting their craft, holding each other accountable for ethical behavior, and telling great stories from the valley to the hill country.
So this community's commitment to quality and the ability to adapt is on full display tonight, as you can hopefully see. So happy anniversary to PRSA San Antonio. Here is to the next 65 years. And with that, Marin, I will raise my Diet Pepsi to you over here. And everybody raise your glasses. Hear, hear, to 65 more years for PRSA.
Cheers, everybody. Congratulations to PR San Antonio and their 65 years. So that was super fun. We gave out a round of awards. We cheers to 65 years. So now I'm going to give, for those of you joining us tonight that don't necessarily have a bunch of background about PRSA, PRSA is the world's largest and most respected organization for public relations and communication professionals. There's more than 100 chapters across the country, and our chapter here in San Antonio has more than 200 members, and they represent all aspects of communications. We focus here on delivering valuable professional development opportunities, and we encourage our members to advance their careers as often as possible. One way to do that is by submitting your work for a Del Oro Award. Ernie, how do these awards help you in your career?
Oh, God. Well, I was just looking at all those pictures back in the old days when we used to stand together and put our arms around each other and take pictures. Oh, my goodness. Makes my
I know.
heart.
I miss that, right?
I know. No, we'll get back. We will get back to that here. But no, those are some amazing people in those pictures. But yeah, what we like about these awards, Maren, the participants do not compete against each other, right? So it's a little different here. They compete against a scoring system, which is why entering strategies and tactics into the annual Del Oro Award can help you see how your programs stack up against the others, if you will. So an award of excellence means that the entry scored 90% or higher in the criteria. An award of merit means the entry scored 80% or higher in the criteria. So overall tonight, we are celebrating 36 winning programs which were completed in the year 2019.
So not only do you compete whenever you submit an award against some rigorous scoring standards, they're also judged blindly from a sister chapter, sometimes all the way across the country. This year, we're thrilled to have the Cleveland chapter judge our work. So thank you so much, Cleveland, PRSA.
Cleveland rocks for sure. And we salute all of our friends and colleagues. And there is a beautiful scenic shot of Cleveland, Ohio there. So we thank them for participating and helping out with the judging this time around here. So we make some noise and we salute the Cleveland area, the city of Cleveland, for their help. Our colleagues in Ohio here this evening. All right. Now it's time to meet our Public Relations Professional of the Year. The PR Professional of the Year Award is presented to the professional who represents the best in public relations. This award honors an outstanding individual who achieves tremendous success in public relations, the management function that establishes mutually beneficial relationships between organizations and their publics. And the 2020 Public Relations Professional of the Year Award winner is Don Robinette, APR. Way to go, Don. Don was nominated. Yeah, make some noise for Don. Don was nominated for her phenomenal track record as a public relations professional, having served numerous clients, iconic hotels, cultural institutions, restaurants, attractions, nonprofits, and more. It was her work as agency of record for bringing the all-new Day of the Dead San Antonio multi-day celebration to fruition that is most notable. With only 6 weeks lead time, 6 weeks.
I love Day of the Dead.
Put a team together and a plan together that resulted in an amazing first-year celebration, and you're seeing some of the fruits of her labor right there on your screen. She also has done stellar work for the Briscoe Museum of Western Art and Bernie's Old West Christmas Light Fest. So again, please put your noisemakers together and raise a glass as we congratulate Don Robinette. So Don, good evening to you and congratulations, and the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. Can you all actually hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Wasn't certain there. Thank you, Ernie and Maren and the whole team that has made this happen this year, because I know this hasn't been easy, and one more ride on the roller coaster of the things that keep changing for us in 2020. When my brother heard that I was going to be honored virtually, he said, "Sweet, you don't even have to wear pants." And I see, because I'm wearing green, that the PRSA logo green screened out on me. Cool. But I do promise I'm wearing pants, even if you can't see them right now. So to say that I'm humbled and honored by this recognition is an understatement. I love what I do. I love the PR profession. And what I usually do is putting other people in the spotlight. So having it turned around on me feels a little surreal, especially with everything that we have going on this year. But it's given me an opportunity to pause and think about what it is that we really do. And, one of our walks as a family, I mentioned cicada killers. And I said, you know, they need some rebranding and some great PR. And a few weeks later, my 9-year-old turned around and said, you know, cicada killers need good PR. And I looked at him and we went, well, what is PR? So, I don't know, but Mom said it first. And my sweet boy, I promise PR is not an expletive. But I think it goes to show that a lot of people don't really know what we do. When you tell people that you're in PR, they kind of look at you and go, oh, so you plan parties. And I think it's because there's so much that's on our plates. Media relations, community relations, employee relations, speech writing, social media, event planning. The list goes on, but through all of those roles, we're storytellers. So whether you're telling that story through a press release, a video, a blog, a feature story, a fantastic virtual event like we're doing tonight, we're telling a story. And now more than ever, those are the stories that bring us all together. So, you know, they engage, they educate, they illustrate, and they persuade and entertain and connect us all. And it's those connections where PR really shines, connecting audiences and moving them to action. So in a city that's so rich and diverse with stories, I'm grateful to work with fantastic clients who trust me to tell theirs. And I'm thankful to work with a strong group of fellow communicators who have helped me tell those stories. And I am incredibly honored to share the stage tonight with Mayor Nurnberg and Judge Wolf, and as well as Eric Cooper and the crew at the San Antonio Food Bank for the work that they are doing that is so essential as we're facing increased challenges in our community. The fact that we have such fantastic people in San Antonio who aren't PR professionals but embrace communications is one more reason why we have such a strong community here. So for my dear friends who told my story this year, most especially Pamela Price for nominating me, and Amanda Gentis, Liz Jackson, and Javier Galindo for their support, I thank you for your faith, confidence, and trust, and it's appreciated more than I can say. And to the best tech support and intern that anyone could ever ask for, my husband Travis and my son Caleb, thank you for your support and understanding when I have another press release to write or a call to make or one more photo to shoot. No matter how much I love PR, I'll always love you all more. So may the story that is 2020 be one that we learn and grow through. Mask up, stay distance, and keep telling those stories. And thank you again for the honor. I'm just so humbled.
That's fantastic, Don. I can tell you, just speaking from the journalism side of things here, I mean, I've been doing this for about 25 years now. I've never received more pitches in my life, more press releases and everything. And a lot of them these days during the pandemic are from national agencies from all over the place, as you might imagine. And it's very apparent when you see them, you know, which ones know what they're doing and do it well. And maybe I'm partial or biased, but San Antonio is as good or better than any other market. And I've worked in a few, but I think you are a fantastic example of what happens here in San Antonio all the time. So not to put you on the spot here, but I did want to ask, because I know there's a lot of interest in the fall and Day of the Dead, and you set the bar so high last year with an amazing event. Wonder if you have any update on where that is for 2020 and what you might be able to share with us tonight.
Here we go.
There you go.
All right. So like everything else, we know that we can't come back and do Day of the Dead like we did last year. You know, we had 36,000 people enjoy the festival, and that seems like something that won't be in our future for quite some time. So we're looking at other ways to do something that will celebrate and remember. I think this year more than ever, pausing to really recognize what Day of the Dead and the traditions that are there, and celebrating and remembering those that we've lost this year is more important than ever. So we hope to have some information for everyone soon, but unfortunately, like all of the other favorite things that we're going to have to pause for this year, I'm afraid we won't be able to celebrate like we did in 2019, which already feels like a decade ago with the way 2020 is going.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, everybody here knows how big that, you know, that day and that event is Day of the Dead and the culture and everything. And so I know when you do come back, it's going to be bigger and better than ever. So we appreciate that. Before you leave, though, we're going to brag on you just a little bit more and make it a little bit more awkward here for you, because you just keep winning things. So that's the thing. So let me brag on you a little bit more here. Don's company, Tail to Tail Communications, is receiving an Bronze Award of Merit in the Media Relations Kits category for the Day of the Dead Media Kit. Additionally, she's getting, you're going to need a larger mantle or a room for this here. Another El Bronze Award of Merit in the Feature Stories category for the Briscoe Western Art Museum's Feature Story. So Tail to Tail Communications received an El Bronze Awards of Excellence in the Media Relations category for Almas Creativas and its Day of the Dead San Antonio press conference. Tail to Tail also received 2 more in the El Bronze Awards of Excellence, one in the Media Relations Media Kits category for its Briscoe Museum of Art, and the Animal Project, where she teamed up with a colleague and a friend of mine, Valerie Grant. But wait, no, but wait, there's more. She's taking home, hold on a second. Okay. We're going to rename this the Don Robinette Show. No, Don has another La Plata Award of Excellence in the Events and Observances category for her Day of the Dead San Antonio. So all joking aside, amazing work. And we salute you, Don Robinette, and your amazing team for all of the well-deserved awards you took. Well done.
You all are very kind. And honestly, this night is one of my favorite nights every year because the work that everyone does across San Antonio always inspires me to up my game. And looking at everyone who's worked through the craziness this year, we have such a fabulous community here in San Antonio and such strong professionals. It's humbling to get to be a part of that. And thank you for making me now be very, very, I feel like I just need to go away, Ernie. You're too much. So.
No, you stick around, but congratulations. Thank you very much. And be safe. Thank you. All right. Very good, Don. Okay, before we bring Maren back here, we want to also talk about the San Antonio Fire Department. I mean, talk about essential workers here and amazing stuff they do just on a regular basis here. But as it relates to PR, they are taking a La Plata Award of Merit here. Our friend SAFD's Woody Woodward, Joe Arrington, and Albert Pedroza won the Marketing Communications Campaigns category with an entry titled the hashtag Hero Like Her. So additionally, Albert won another La Plata Award of Merit in the Public Service category for his entry titled SAFD Spurs Coyote and the Sparky Safety Fire Video. And finally, the Fire Department's Woody Woodward won a La Plata Award of Excellence in Content Marketing category for an entry titled hashtag Hero Like Her. So there you have it. I know it's a mouthful, but these are such great people, so deserving, and we salute all of them, and Chief Hood and our friends at the fire department for doing all of that. So very cool. Maren, I almost need to take a break here. There was a lot of good stuff there to go through.
That's fine. That was a lot of good stuff. Thank you so much, and congratulations to everybody. Dawn, sorry I didn't give you the warning about the green screen. I didn't even realize it, but that blouse looked fantastic. It really did. Maybe it's a new revenue stream for us. I don't know. Ernie, I think that we are due for another mention of our generous sponsor, CPS Energy. Thank you so much. Without their generous sponsorship this year, this presentation, this award ceremony, none of this would even remotely be possible. So thank you, CPS Energy, for your continued support. We can always count on you to provide that sponsorship and have our back. So thank you so much for that. And Ernie, we had some amazing organizations also kind of go above and beyond for us this year when we created kind of our boxes and gifts for the winners. So we want to give out a shout out to them as well. Lily's Cookies provided the cute little branded cookies that we, everybody enjoyed. Amol's Party and Fiesta Supplies. They gave us all the noisemakers and confetti and all of that. And then Monarch Trophy, year after year, they continue to provide awards for us. But this year, they went above and beyond and actually allowed us to come in, drop off all of the good little gifts and things, boxed it up, and shipped them out for us. So we really, really appreciate Monarch Trophy this year. Additionally, I'm sure you've seen all the really cute graphics that we've been putting on social media around Del Oro. I want to thank Banquet Chair Flor Salas' company. I want to get this right. Hola Multi Communications for providing graphic design skills for tonight. And then last but not least, none of this cool virtual stuff would be possible without Bronson Cadell and his video team for putting this together. So let's give them a big round of applause. Ernie, as you see, it truly, truly takes a village.
Yes, I insisted that Bronson use the slimming camera lens on me because of the quarantine 15 that I have. You know, it's taken a toll. So thank you, Bronson. That's amazing work. I don't know how I can talk for a living, but I don't know how all this works, and so that's why Bronson's job is very safe. But him and his team are doing fantastic work. So thank you. Okay, on to more honorees here tonight. Our next one is a recipient of the Del Oro Community Service Award. The Community Service Award is presented to an individual who's given exceptional time and talents to community service activities. It's such an extraordinary year, and our recipient and the organization he represents are familiar with community challenges. You want to talk about someone who has just risen to the challenge and has been on national TV and has just, I talk for a living, and it's sometimes hard to adequately communicate the impact a person and their team can have. A man who needs no introduction, but he is Eric Cooper, the CEO of the San Antonio Food Bank for nearly 20 years now, providing 60,000 meals a week to Bear and surrounding counties. And we know those numbers have shot up during the pandemic. His organization went into overdrive, continued to up the ante, again, made national news to get much needed resources quickly to those who need it, providing more than double the usual amount of meals. The organization's flexibility and leadership is why the 2020 Del Oro Community Service Award winner is Eric Cooper with the San Antonio Food Bank, and I think we're able to steal him away for just a couple of minutes from his hard work to say a few words. But from all of us, Eric, we certainly salute you and your team for just yeoman's work here during this pandemic. Congratulations, Eric.
Thank you, Ernie. Thank you, Maren. You know, truly, on behalf of our board of directors, our staff, I am humbled to receive this award. I truly feel like I'm drinking from a well that I didn't dig. We've got an incredible staff at the food bank under the leadership of Michael Guetta, his communications team that really helped to tell our story. Just thank you. Coming from such a prestigious organization that understands PR, to receive this award is incredibly humbling. You know, I left a distribution where hundreds of families were receiving food just shortly ago. Out at Kennedy High School in the Edgewood School District. And as we prepare for our distribution tomorrow at the Alamo Dome, where we're feeding 120,000 people a week, I think of the families in those cars and in those lines. And I just wanted to take a minute in honoring this award to share with you a family that I met while thanking the volunteers and telling the families that were receiving the food that we love them and that we are there to help them. But I met a mom and dad. They actually met while working for the same hotel downtown. They started dating, fell in love, and got married. They bought their home and they started their family. They had 3 beautiful children. The husband was working evenings at the hotel while the mom worked the days so they could manage their child care. And they said they knew something was wrong when their boss called them both into work at the same time. As they reported to work with the other hotel employees, they were told that they were being furloughed, that the hotel would be closing and that they would be called when customers returned. And I imagine as a parent what that would have felt like to drive home from the hotel with your spouse. They were worried, they were anxious where their food would come from, how they would pay for their child care, and how they would support their families. Our city has met this unprecedented demand with an unprecedented response from those 120,000 people and from that beautiful couple who I met in our line. Thank you for this honor. It's why we do this work, is to make sure no one goes hungry and we can fulfill our model of fighting hunger and feeding hope. God bless you guys. Muchas gracias.
Well, thank you, Eric, and the Food Bank for all of your continued support of our community. It just breaks my heart that you've more than doubled the families in need. But what a amazing thing that you're doing for the community in terms of being able to fulfill that need. And thank you for your great leadership and to that of your team for being able to communicate effectively so that we can respond as a community to help feed those in need. So round of applause for Eric Cooper and the Food Bank. Thanks, everybody. So speaking of community service, PRSA's community service that allows us to be a nonprofit is that we provide scholarships to communication students. So this is your friendly reminder to jump on over to our website and click on that scholarships tab and make a donation today so that we can give scholarships to the future of the PR profession. We appreciate your support, and any little bit helps. So head on over there right now. It's couple of clicks, and then we can, and then, you know, we will distribute the scholarship later this year. So please give what you can so that we can help those students that have been, obviously students have been affected during this pandemic as well. Many of them are faced with not being able to go back to school or not being able, you know, not having a job to pay for school. And so we want to provide that, you know, relief to them. So head on over there, PRSA or PRSanAntonio.com, and then the little scholarship button.
Yes,
Ernie?
no, you got it. And incidentally, I know Eric, and he might have to jump off here in a minute, but the Food Bank's getting a lot of love on the chat feature down below as well. And I believe Melissa or someone just posted the link directly to make a donation to the scholarship. So you can even just click on that when we're done here, or while we're on with you here, and make a donation that way. So once again, we salute Eric and everybody at the Food Bank. But we're going to give away some more awards now, if you don't mind. And we're going to move on to the City of San Antonio Solid Waste Management Department. They have won 3 awards here. In the Bronze Merit, it won in the video category for an entry titled Data Innovation, Route Redistricting, and you can see that there, as well as 2 La Plata Awards of Excellence, one titled Reworks SA Campaign, and one named Jason Momoa and Recycling in San Antonio. So congratulations to our friends at the City of San Antonio Solid Waste Management Department for picking up three pieces of hardware tonight. Very cool. Well, an El Bronze Award of Merit also goes to the Northwest Vista College Marketing and Strategic Communications team in the social media engagement category for its entry titled NBC Employee Facebook Page. So we're thinking of all the colleges as well. Northwest Vista, our friends over there, we salute them and congratulate them on their El Bronze Award as well. Yay. Also, yes, yay. Next, we're going to give out an award to Melissa Vela Williamson, APR of MVW Communications, and her colleague, Laura Applin. Tonight, they're receiving an El Bronze Award of Merit for their entry titled Girl Scouts and Meals on Wheels Partner to Feed Pets in the Creative Tactics category. Additionally, Melissa and her colleague, Claudia Loya Duran, won a La Plata Award of Merit in the Content Marketing category for their entry titled Friendly Visitor Volunteer Recruitment Campaign. Merit.
Yay! Congratulations, congratulations. I think we have a couple of more awards for you to give out.
We do, yes. More La Platas. Yes, the La Plata Award of Excellence to Melissa May, APR. Last year's Tex Taylor Lifetime Achievement winner, as she won in the Internal Communications category for her entry titled Roadrunners Recycle. And so you can see some of the graphic stuff there. An El Bronze Award of Merit goes to Steve K. Harmon, APR of Texas A&M International University in the Annual Reports category for his entry titled TAMIU Annual Report. So we salute Steve, A&M International University. Okay, moving right along, another El Bronze Award of Excellence goes to the City of San Antonio Departments of Arts and Culture and the amazing marketing group in the Creative Tactics category for their entry titled Sebastian in San Antonio. And there's his Torch of Friendship, I believe, right there, which stands in downtown. Animal Care Services is another city department that amazed the judges and won a La Plata Award of Excellence in the Public Service category for the entry titled City of San Antonio Animal Care Services Illegal Pet Sales. So congratulations to ACS. We salute you and all of the life-saving work they do, Marin, every day for our four-legged friends.
Amen to that. So congratulations to that group of winners. Your work is amazing, and we couldn't be prouder of what you're doing out in the community and for your clients and organizations. Wow, I think we're more than halfway through. Can you believe it? No awards ceremony would be complete without a devoted and persistent and flexible planning committee. I'd like to take a moment to sincerely thank the Del Oro Planning Committee that consists of Del Oro Chair Matt Hartwig, Banquet Chair Flor Salas, Awards Chair Melissa Monroe Young, APR, Individual Awards Chair Fran Stevenson, APR, as well as Monica Falkenberry, APR, who has been event support for many, many years, as well as Michelle Baker, APR, for leading the communication efforts. So let's take a moment to really celebrate the Del Oro Committee and their fine work tonight. We also are extremely grateful for the Individual Awards Selection Committee. So each year, Fran Stevenson rallies up a group of previous winners so that they can debate and go through all of the support materials and choose the best representation of the category. And this year, we had a great panel that consisted of Stephanie Finleon, the Chief Development Officer, Chief Development and Communications Officer of Girl Scouts of Southwest Texas, Christy Goodwin, Director of Communications at Intercultural Development Research Association, and David Snowden, Senior Vice President of Group Communications at the Argo Group. So thanks, everybody. We appreciate all of your support and helping us choose these amazing individual award winners that we're recognizing tonight. So a round of applause for them as well.
Yes, so much
Arnie,
PR
back to
talent.
you.
Yes, thank you. So much PR talent. I do not envy their jobs here to pick these winners and everything. I mean, I know it sounds cliche. But everybody deserves, some kind of recognition or award here. But just amazing work. So, all right, we're getting, as Marin said, we're getting down to the home stretch here. So make sure if you need to top off your beverages here, we're gonna wind down here in just a little bit. But we have more to get to. We have our last group of awards coming up here. Our next El Bronze of Merit Award goes to Comet Marketing Communications and the San Antonio Zoo in the annual reports category for their entry titled San Antonio Zoo Annual Report 2018. And we love the San Antonio Zoo and Leslie Comet and her team. So we salute them for their El Bronze of Merit Award. Way to go. All right, next up, Ruben Betancourt, Paul Chapman, Peter Maciel of Pre-K for SA. They won an El Bronze Award of Merit in the blogs category for their entry titled Pre-K for SA's first bilingual blog. So congratulations to those guys as well. We salute you with a round of applause. All right, the next La Plata Excellent Award goes to Noisy Trumpet in the Community Relations Division for its entry titled Power of Sport. And yes, they have been on our airwaves. Back when we used to have live guests in the studio, they were in there. But again, I know Bob and all of his crew at Noisy Trumpet do an amazing job and are great friends of our TV station. So we salute them for all of their hard work as well. Another Bronze Award of Excellence goes to Letty Laurel and Jennifer Biddle of UT Health San Antonio in the print magazines category for their entry titled Mission Fearless. So congratulations to Letty and Jennifer. Additionally, UT Health is also getting an El Bronze Award of Merit. UT Health San Antonio's Will Sampson received this award in the Media Relations category for his entry titled Study Finds CTE in 6% of subjects. So congratulations to Will. And we can see more again on the chat feature down below, more love coming in for all of our winners here. And that's a great place to send a little personal message and give some love to all of our winners here. All right, moving right along. El Bronze Award of Excellence to Lisa Pena, Ian McKinney, and Brian Ortiz. They won in the podcast category for their entry titled Technology Today Podcast. If you haven't already done so, please support them, subscribe, and get ready to be amazed. Technology Today Podcast. Lisa, Ian, and Brian, congratulations to you on your award. Another El Bronze Award of Merit goes to Step in Communication with the Atkins Group for Visit South Padre Island in the Research Data or Analytics category for their entry titled Visit SPI Social Media Data Analysis. And last but not least, certainly not least, this same group also won in the Influencer Marketing category a La Plata Award of Excellence division for the entry titled Visit San Antonio's Local Expert Influencer Program. So congratulations to that group. And you see some of their work right there, Marin. Well done.
Bravo, bravo, bravo to everyone. I'm so incredibly proud to see all of this amazing work and all of these great accomplishments and these amazing things happening in our wonderful PR community. Congratulations to all of you. You should pat yourself on the back, not only for doing such great work, but for the fact that you submitted awards in the middle of COVID. I mean, who has time to put together an awards submission? So the fact that it was a priority, we salute you. Way to go. Bravo, everyone. Let's give one more big round of applause to everyone and all of our winners tonight. You truly are an amazing group of individuals, and I could not be prouder to be awarding these awards to you tonight.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Yes, Marin, yes. And that's a mouse that she has in her hand, by the way, that's helping her with her applause and everything. She's multitasking over there.
Right. So, yeah, I'm not in a studio with a teleprompter. I'm not a professional like you are. So you may see me kind of looking up to like check my notes every once in a while, but we're doing the best that we can. I'm actually pretty proud that we pulled this off tonight. I thank you so much for joining me tonight. But before I let you go, I want to talk about a little bit more about PRSA. Before we got to give out our last award, which is the big one of the night. But we've been around for 65 years, and we've spent 65 years of supporting PRSSA with amazing mentorships and hands-on opportunities, as well as providing learning materials and support for those wanting to gain their accreditation. Shout out to Melissa Vela Williamson. As well as awarding scholarships each and every year. So we've experienced 65 years of advancing the profession and the professional. And so I just want to thank all of you, members and non-members, for your continued support in this organization. We truly enjoy everything that we get to do for you, and couldn't do it without your support and our members' volunteerism. So thank you all.
Yes, and just when we think we've seen it all, right, whether it's in TV news or in public relations, a worldwide pandemic happens. And so I leave it to the PR professionals here, like you said earlier, just to be able to adapt and evolve and make it happen seamlessly here. So like I said, I take off my hat to you guys. And as Marin said, we do have one more award here to give away, the final individual Del Oro Award of the evening. It's the Tex Taylor Lifetime Achievement Award. The Lifetime Achievement Award recognizes achievement and outstanding leadership in the field of public relations. The honor is given to the chapter member who has helped develop public relations as a credible profession and has accomplished landmark professional achievements. And the award is named after someone who did just that, Leon Tex Taylor. The Tex was a founding member of this PRSA chapter and was one of the first Texans to be accredited by PRSA. A former vice president of Trinity University, Tex was widely considered the dean of San Antonio Public Relations. But during 4 decades at Trinity, he staged more than 40 building dedications, produced Trinity's student recruiting materials, and managed the university's successful $60 million Centennial Development Program. Tex had several tenets that he liked to share with others, such as the importance of telling the truth and being sensitive when dealing with people. He had an extraordinary sense of humor, a strong personal ethic, and an undying devotion to public relations. And this is why the Lifetime Achievement Award bears the name Tex Taylor. And so with that being said, I'm very happy to announce that the 2020 Tex Taylor Lifetime Achievement Award winner is Beth Graham. Congratulations to Beth Graham on this well-deserved award here. Let me tell you a little bit about her. Beth's career spans 30 years in the profession. She serves some of the most beloved San Antonio organizations. Most notably, Beth championed the San Antonio Library for more than 10 years as its public relations manager. If you know Beth, you will know that she's the ultimate, is it grammarian? like the grammar police. I hope I'm saying that right. Grammarian. She knows words and
I
is
think
probably
so.
critiquing this sentence in my diction as I speak here. So, that's meant with love, Beth. Beth was on the staff at the library when a fledgling hyper-local journalism initiative called Nowcast SA got underway. She nurtured and challenged a team while on staff, but then took it even further. When she retired from the library, she continued at Nowcast SA and is called the most valuable volunteer they've ever had. Nowcast SA credits her work with increasing the credibility and strength of the organization. They estimate that she donates more than 200 hours per year to the organization. So with that, it is once again our pleasure to introduce to you our Tex Taylor Lifetime Achievement Award winner in 2020, Beth Graham. Congratulations to you, Beth.
Thank you so much, everyone. And first, I want to say congratulations to everyone who's been honored tonight. This is really great company to find myself in. When you get a Lifetime Achievement Award, I think you're supposed to sort of reflect on your work. And I've thought for a while that PR is not used as often or as well as it could be. For example, the whole global warming controversy could have been avoided if scientists had just run their data past a PR professional prior to releasing it. A PR advisor could have told them to go with climate change instead of global warming to avoid the confusion of those people who don't understand the difference between climate and weather and say, it snowed at my house last winter, so much for global warming. PR professionals could have done a lot throughout history. If Marie Antoinette had had a good PR advisor, instead of let them eat cake, she would have said, the people have no bread. Let us form a cooperative and bake cakes and then have an event. A good PR person might have said, Mr. President, just stick with what the definition of is. A PR professional would have made sure that those moon landing videos were stored somewhere they wouldn't be taped over and had them duplicated so it wouldn't matter so much if they were. Public relations professionals are not spin artists. They are in charge of their employer's community relations and corporate history. They influence an organization's ethics and practices. They make sure that true stories are communicated and shared. The members of PRSA exemplify these best practices. They represent schools, hospitals, corporations, nonprofits, and government agencies, and more. To be recognized by my peers in this organization is the highest honor I could have hoped for. Sorry, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna do Miss Congeniality. I would like to thank Barbara Cheney for nominating me and those who voted for me. I would really like to thank my family, especially Matthew and Katie, for putting up with long work hours and those occasional days when I brought work frustrations home with me. And I'd like to thank my brother John and sister-in-law Amanda for joining the ceremony tonight. Thank you, everyone. And please, this is a weird year. Everyone stay safe and well.
Fantastic. Okay. Wes, then there's applauding. Very good. Well said. It's an amazing honor for a very deserving person. And what a career and a body of work there. So congratulations, Beth.
So Beth, you said something about how scientists should always work with, actually Fran said something to your, a comment to your speech that, you know, scientists should definitely always work with PR people.
Yes.
And I'm just going to leave that right there. We might be in a completely different situation that we are right now if more scientists had PR people. Great point, Fran. Thanks for adding that to the chat because it made me chuckle, that's for sure.
Yes.
So congratulations again, Beth. Before I let you go, Arnie, I think that we should check in and see what our total is
Yes.
for the evening. So let me check my phone real quick. Give me just a
That's okay.
second.
We couldn't afford a tote board this year, so we have Marin's phone.
So we got in right under $200 at $175. So if anybody wants to hit that link that's in the chat box, feel free to go ahead and click that link and get us to at least $200 so we can give out those important scholarships now. Again, PR San Antonio, click the scholarship button. It's so important to help these students because it's the future of our profession. We appreciate all of your support. For those who donated tonight, again, PR San Antonio, click on the scholarship button. And we need to give out one more shout out to CPS Energy for their generosity tonight. Honestly, without our luncheons to generate funds, we wouldn't have any money to put on this awards at all. So CPS Energy, thank you from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of the board's heart. We appreciate you and your continued support of PRSA San Antonio. So Ernie, we did it.
We did it. We survived. Yes, I don't think we violated any FCC laws or anything like that. But I know, and I know Monica Falconberry was on the call here, and I can't see everybody, so forgive me if I'm leaving somebody out. But I do want to single her out, and just all of the school district PIOs who are out there, and everybody working for those districts who have an impossible job right now. And I have 3 kids, and so I'm speaking. I take my journalism hat off and put my parent hat back on because. You've been dealing with so much and requests from the media as well. We're in the process of inviting like 25 superintendents to be on our show over the coming weeks and everything. And so just on a personal note, for everything that's been said in social media and the back and forth about how we're going to start the school year, I do want to just salute on a personal note all the PIOs and the school district people, whatever the district is, big or small, whatever side of town, whatever the case may be. We appreciate what you do, and you may not always get the recognition or the love you deserve, but just know that we recognize that.
Oh, for sure. The educators definitely deserve a shout out. I think that, their environment is changing even more rapidly than the other communicators. I know that I've spoken with Monica and other communications professionals in education, and as soon as they get messaging tightened up and ready to go in market, that 5 or 5:30 news comes on and everything changes. So our hats off to you, educator communicators. We do not envy you, but we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I just wanted to close by thanking you, Marin, and saluting you as well for helping to put all this together.
Ernie, thank you. Well, thank you, Ernie. Again, it's always a pleasure when you're around. Your humor and your ease and, making me feel comfortable beforehand, because I'm definitely not a professional when it comes to doing these kind of broadcasting things. I couldn't appreciate you more. And thank you for devoting your time and supporting myself as well as all of the other PR communication professionals in the community by supporting our stories and our organizations and allowing us to tell our story. So thank you, Ernie, for all that you do for our community as well.
Well, you're frighteningly good at reading the prompter and your presence on there. So, but no, anytime I need a co-anchor, I'll keep you in mind here. But no, thank you. It's been my pleasure to be with you again. And one more time, I salute all of the PR professionals out there. I see all your pitches and your emails. But more importantly, I wish you and your families safety. And until we are able to be together once again in the same room, thank you for having me tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ernie. So to close up, I just want to tell you guys that, obviously these last few months have been a whirlwind. They've been interesting. They've been unpredictable, to say the least. We were already flexible, but if we weren't flexible before, we definitely are now. Those of us that were flexible, we're bending over backwards. We're super responsive, and myself included, crisis communications wasn't necessarily my forte. However, I definitely got a crash course in crisis communication, as well as several PR pros in the community. I'm sure you guys did too, especially in this rapidly changing environment. This ability for us to shift has just reinforced our value as communicators. It's solidified the importance of PR, and I think for the first time in a long time, people that aren't in the industry, they understand the value of public relations professionals and what we bring to the table. So that is one good thing that has come out of this pandemic. One thing that's kept me grounded and keeps me above water is I try to look for the joy in the chaos. I know that we may all be exhausted, but just know that I think hopefully this will all be over soon. Just keep pushing through. Know that you've got this. If anybody's got it, I know that us PR professionals do. So just keep pushing. Eventually it'll all be over. Again, congratulations to all the winners. Thank you for joining us tonight for this very special edition of our virtual Del Oro Awards ceremony. It was definitely an experience to remember. Have a great rest of the evening. Stay safe, stay healthy, wear your masks, and cheers to 65 years.